Hello! Today we'll be talking about Murkrow, the first Corvid Pokemon and the first Pokemon that evolves with the Dusk Stone. If one doesn't count Galarian Moltres as the 146th Pokemon, Murkrow is the first Dark Flying type Pokemon. Regardless, it's the first Dark Flying and Dual type Dark type Pokemon in Gen 2. It's arguably the first bird Pokemon to get an evolution in a later generation. Its previous PYC dates are September 11th, 1996, July 3rd, 1999, April 23rd, 2002, February 11th, 2005, hey, that's my birthday, December 3rd, 2007, September 23rd, 2010, July 14th, 2013, May 4th, 2016, February 23rd, 2019, and December 14th, 2021. Much like Umbreon's mostly black body, Murkrow's mostly black body is a good way to convey it's a dark type. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Murkrow, the darkness Pokemon, whose number is 0198. This is what it looks like. Its type is Dark Flying. This is our first Dark Flying in the info box here. We've got the darkness colors in here, and then the flying color on the outside. Abilities: Insomnia or Super Luck in Gen 4+. Pranksters, its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 30 or 8.8%. Breeding, a group flying, catch time 20 cycles, height 1'8" or 0.5 meters. Weight is 4.6 pounds or 2.1 kilograms. Basic experience yield is 107 in Gen 2 through 4 and 81 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium slow, EV yield is 1 in speed. Shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is black, and base friendship is 35. Murkrow is a dual type dark flying Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. It evolves into Haunchkrow when exposed to a Dusk Stone. Biology: Murkrow is an avian Pokemon with black feathers. Its crooked yellow beak and the 3 feathery tufts on its head resemble a witch's nose and hat respectively. The feathery crest is smaller on the female than on the male. It has semicircular red eyes with white sclera and pupils, and a spiky collar of feathers around its neck. The shaggy feathers on its tail resemble the end of a broom, and there is a thin red band at the base of the tail. Its yellow feet have 4 toes, 3 facing forward and 1 backward. Murkrow awakens at dusk and moves during the night. It has a fondness for anything sparkly, and it goes as far as fighting with other Pokemon, such as Meowth or Gabite, in order to gain their stashes. However, it is also known to give these sparkly objects to trainers that it is fond of. Whenever it is chased, it loses the attacker by leading it down mountain trails, and sometimes it does this to travelers as a mean-spirited prank. Its thieving and nocturnal nature has led it to become representative of misfortune. It's believed that the saying, "Work crumb, bad luck don't come," would serve as a protective incantation to drive away bad luck caused by seeing a Murkrow. It is possible to train a Murkrow to repeat words as seen under Team Rocket's ownership. Murkrow usually live in flocks referred to as murders amongst forests and swamps. Murkrow may also act as a servant of Haunchkrow, with groups of at least 100 flying in at Haunchkrow's call. There is a saying for Murkrow that goes, "Get home before the Murkrow fly." Evolution: Murkrow evolves into Haunchkrow, so you got Murkrow, Haunchkrow. Game data: NPC appearances. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon: Explorers of Time, Explorers of Darkness. Murkrow and Shuppet are members of Team Ebony. Pokedex entries in Gen 2 and Gold. Feared and loathed by many, it is believed to bring misfortune to all those who see it at night. Silver, it is said that when chased, it lures its attacker onto dark mountain trails where the foe will get lost. Crystal, it hides any shiny objects it finds in a secret location. Murkrow and Meowth loot one another's stashes. 4. Stadium 2. If you have Pokemon Red, Silver, Crystal inserted, you get the Gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire. Murkrow was feared and loathed as the alleged bearer of ill fortune. This Pokemon shows strong interest in anything that sparkles or glitters. It will even try to steal rings from women. Emerald. Murkrow were feared as the alleged bearers of ill fortune. It shows strong interest in anything that sparkles. It will even try to steal rings from women. Fire Red is the Silver entry, and Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4 and Diamond, it is believed that seeing this Pokemon at night will bring about ominous occurrences. Pearl, it appears near travelers to lure them into deep forests. It's said to carry misfortune. Platinum, if spotted, it will lure an unwary person into chasing it, then lose their pursuer on mountain trails. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Platinum's entry. In Gen 6, X is basically crystals, but Murkrow and Meowth are now the correct casing. Y is the gold entries and Leaf Green's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Murkrow is now the correct casing. In Gen 7, in Sun, they awaken at dusk and take wing in the twilight, leading to the expression, get home before the Murkrow fly. Moon, seen as a symbol of bad luck, is generally disliked, yet it gives presents, objects that sparkle or shine, to trainers it's close to. Ultra Sun, it has a weakness for shiny things. It's been known to sneak into the nests of Gabite, noted collectors of jewels, in search of treasure. Ultra Moon, it searches for shiny things for its boss. Murkrow's presence is said to be unlucky, so many people detest it. In Gen 9, Brilliant Diamond is its diamond counterpart, but Shining Pearl is slightly different than Pearl, so we'll read it. It appears near travelers to lure them into deep forests. It's said to bring misfortune. Legends Arceus, widely shunned as a bearer of ill fortune. Upon crossing paths with this creature, I've been told one must chant, Workrum, bad luck don't come, as a protective incantation. Workrum is Murkrow spelled backwards. In Gen 9, Scarlet is the gold entries, Leaf Green's entry, and X's entry. Violet is the Platinum entry and the Gen 5 entries. Male Murkrow in the Alola Pokedex, female Murkrow in the Alola Pokedex, so you can see the gender difference. We don't usually get to see that this early in the articles, so that's fun. Murkrow in the Paldea Pokedex, so you can see a bunch of them. It's at night, of course, and they're on this tree. That's kind of fun. Game locations. Side game locations. In events. Held items, Legends Arceus. Normal, plump beans 35% of the time. Spoiled apricorn 15% of the time, and grid items by level. Alpha, EXP Candy S 100% of the time, Seed of Mastery 10% of the time, and grid items by level, still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 60, attack 85, defense 42, special attack 85, special defense 42, speed 91, for a total of 405. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting, flying, poison, bug, steel, fire, water, and dragon. Weak to rock, electric, ice, and fairy for double. Immune to ground and psychic. Resistant to ghost, grass, and dark for half. Notes, if Miracle Eye is used by an opponent or this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of psychic type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. If gravity is in effect, this Pokemon is given an Iron Ball or a ring target or is affected by Smackdown or Ingrain, the effectiveness of ground type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn set by leveling up. 1. Peck and Astonish. 5. Gust. 11. Haze. 15. Wing Attack. 21. Nightshade. 25 Assurance, 31 Taunt, 35 Mean Look, 40 Foul Play, 50 Sucker Punch, 55 Torment, and 60 Quash. By TM, 1 Takedown, 5 Mud Slap, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 14 Acrobatics, 17 Confuse Ray, 18 Thief, 25 Facade, 27 Aerial Ace, 29 Hex, 30 Snarl, 34 Icy Wind, 40 Air Cutter, 42 Nightshade, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 60 U-Turn, 62 Foul Play, 65 Air Slash, 70 Sleep Talk, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 87 Taunt, 94 Dark Pulse, 97 Fly, 103 Substitute, 113 Tailwind, 114 Shadow Ball, 118 Heat Wave, 120 Psychic, 129 Calm Mind, 140 Nasty Plot, 152 Giga Impact, 160 Hurricane, 163 Hyper Beam, 164 Brave Bird, 171 Terra Blast, 174 Haze, 177 Spite, 191 Uproar, 197 Dual Wing Beat, 199 Lash Out, 204 Double Edge, 216 Feather Dance, and 228 Psychic Noise. By breeding, this group gives you Brave Bird. Okay, so this move is one that has to be passed down via one that's gotten the TM17, which is Confuse Ray. So that would be the Hoot Hoot line, the Murkrow line, the Suian Braviary, the Rowlet line, and the Flittle line, or copied via the Mirror Herb. Drill Peck from this group, Feather Dance from this group. Oricorio gives you Flatter, this group gives you Perish Song, this group gives you Screech, this group gives you Sky Attack, and this group gives you Whirlwind. TCG only moves. Switcheroo in this card. Side game data. You got all this. Okay. Yep. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Murkrow misleads people that enter its forest. Don't lose sight of it. In Shadows of Almia, it attacks by releasing a Dark Pulse. In Guardian Signs, in the browser entry, it sends gusts of Dark Wind to attack. Got all this. Yep. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure in the Pokepark pad entry. You'll find Murkrow following Conchcrow around the garden in the Haunted Zone. Murkrow is an ace at Pelipper's Circle Circuit and Salamence's Air Ace. In Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond, they've been Honchcrow's subordinates since he was a leader of the tech area. Each of them wants to be the boss someday. We got new Pokemon Snap in the Photo Dex entry. Murkrow fly throughout the nature park after sunset, looking for the glint of shiny objects in the darkness. They're fearless creatures that won't hesitate to tease Pokemon much larger than them. Evolution data, Murkrow, Dusk Stone, Honchkrow. Sprites here, so a little different. Well, you don't have the red band, but a lot of the colors are the same. But, like, it looks a little goofier. Well, the red eyes are missing. That's the main thing. Right. Yeah, it looks a little goofy without the red eyes. But more or less the same. It's got purple. That's fun. Yeah, sort of blue and black, I guess, and purple and black. These are different colors. These are more yellow. It's kind of more gold for the beak and the feet. This is more of like a green, olive green, I guess. Yep. Then you got Gen 3, kind of a gray, dark gray. And then we got the red eyes and the red band there. And then got the feet, so that looks a lot more like the current one. Spikes, I think, are a little bit different as well. Yeah, much more obvious that it's supposed to look like a witch's hat. Kind of looks, yeah, kind of silly without the line, without the shadows correctly being displayed. It's still purple, but now it's all purple instead of it being kind of just the highlight color. Yep. Then we got sort of a blue, dark blue color, and you can see the gender differences again. Tall, small, yeah. You got that, yeah, not really much changes. Then I got the fullback sprites. That's fun. Okay. These look to be a little bit thinner. Yep. And you got these are kind of closer to that dark blue, black, kind of a navy blue, I guess. This looks to be like a darker purple. Yep. See, yeah, oh yeah, smaller these are. Yeah, pretty good translation. These don't change much, I don't think. Not really. The top might change a little bit, but generally, and the eyes might change a little bit too, I think. But overall, pretty much the same. And Legends Arceus, got the better models here. It's good. See how, okay, now they're like significantly smaller, I guess, yeah, once we head into here, I mean, yeah, the models make it much smaller, for the females. Well, it's not as obvious in the backs, right? And you got, you know, cross generation, you know, home, I mean, just dark blue still. Other sprites, Ebony in Pokemon Super Contests, and Murky in Pokemon Super Contests. In animation, Murkrow in Pokemon the series. Paul's Murkrow is, I guess, the big one. So you got all this, yep. Pokedex entries in episode 184 in Ash's Pokedex. Murkrow, the darkness Pokemon. Murkrow confuse would-be attackers by luring them into dark mountain trails, where they are sure to get lost. In Diamond and Pearl, episode 40 in Dawn's Pokedex. Murkrow, the darkness Pokemon. Many people believe that if you see a Murkrow at night, it will bring bad luck. In Journeys, episode 83 in Goes Rotomphone. Murkrow, the darkness Pokemon. A dark and flying type. If a Murkrow is seen at night, it is considered a bad omen, so many people dislike them. In the manga, you got Murkrow and Pokemon Adventures. Okay, pretty cool. In the TCG and the TFG. Trivia, Murkrow shares its category name with Sableye. They are both known as the Darkness Pokemon. Despite being a Gen 2 Pokemon, it was actually only available in Kanto in Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. The same is true for Slugma and Houndour. Murkrow and Houndour can be obtained in Johto via the Safari Zone in Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Murkrow can be seen as a parallel to Misdreavus. Both are Gen 2 Pokemon that evolve when exposed to a Dusk Stone and have evolved forms that were introduced in Gen 4. Murkrow is exclusive to Fire Red, Diamond, Black, and Brilliant Diamond, while Misdreavus is exclusive to Leaf Green, Pearl, White, and Shining Pearl. Murkrow is the only Pokemon that evolves with a Dusk Stone that is not a Ghost type. Murkrow is the lightest Dark-type Pokemon. In the National Pokedex, Murkrow is listed before Misdreavus, but Murkrow's evolution, Honchkrow, is listed after Misdreavus' evolution, Mismagius. In Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Murkrow is programmed to be able to learn punishment through breeding, but no other Pokemon in the flying group can pass down punishment as an egg move in those games. Vullaby and Mandibuzz are the only flying egg group Pokemon that can learn punishment, but they cannot pass down the move due to being female-only species. I'm sorry, it's a female-only species? Why? Origin: Murkrow seems to be based on a crow, more specifically, the carrion crow. Its crest can be taken to resemble a pointed hat, its beak a crooked nose, and its tail the bristles of a broom, giving it a resemblance to a witch in flight. It may also be inspired by witches' familiars, which often can be crows or ravens. Its crest also resembles that of the black hawk eagle. In regards to its Gen 4 evolution, it can also be taken to resemble a gang member under a head honchkrow. Its ability to mimic voices is referencing crows and ravens' ability to imitate other sounds. Murkrow may be a combination of murky or murder, a group of crows, and crow. Yami Karasu may be a combination of Yami, darkness, and Karasu, crow. In other languages, related articles, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Murkrow's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching Pikachu and Pichu in the short. Ash Ketchum and his friends have left their Pokemon on the top of a building, sort of like a little park on a building, and Pikachu here has met the Pichu brothers. They're on an opposite side of the building. He's climbed onto this flagpole to try to stop one of them from falling off of their building, like to warn them or whatever. And now he's about to be attacked by a bunch of Murkrow. Because he's high up in the air. Yeah. I'm gonna say that is Murkrow's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Murkrow. Hello and welcome to the community post section of the video. Today we have the question, what do you love about Murkrow? A #1 Drizzile fan has answered, thank you. They say, always had a soft spot for powerful, not fully evolved Pokemon. Murkrow does it uniquely because Honchkrow loses both the Prankster ability and 20 speed when it evolves. Neither are bulky enough to tank very well, so Murkrow users don't even use Eviolite all that often, although Priority Roost can be helpful. The Bastard, affectionate, prefers to run support moves like Tailwind, Feather Dance, Taunt. In early Gen 9, it famously ran Haze, since barely anything else learned it, and is one of the only Pokemon that ever uses Quash. It can make good use of Stab, that's same type attack bonus, Foul Play, too, without needing any attack investment. Also, it's just a very cute Pokemon, and I like its cry. Thank you again, let's move on. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with this series, you might be wondering why we're on the single image, and that's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. So this is Murkrow by Torda8. So very good, maybe slightly more realistic version of Murkrow. I have no, I assume this is a move that it's using, and it's not just 5 randomly floating eyes that are very creepy. But yeah, I mean it's a very whatever. It's a very good piece of art. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I've completed the Gen 2 story before I can catch a Murkrow. Tomorrow we talk about Slowking. As always, this is my proper outfit and you'll see me tomorrow.